Certified Lover Boy, Drake's new album, dropped overnight. Devin, we heard from Lang that you were listening to it on speaker in Starbucks.
Yeah, I was.
I
I was that guy.
Okay. So how much of it did you get through?
I've listened to it 3 times.
The whole entire
thing
through
3 times.
Do you listen to every single song from the beginning to end, or are you one of those people like the first time like let me get 2 or 3 minutes, skip to the next one, 2 or 3 minutes, skip to the next one.
No,
You listen to
full
every
song guy.
full song. Okay.
I do. So this is how I do it. My first way through, I listen to full songs, every song. My second way through, I listen to. I do that. I do the snippet thing.
Yeah.
The third time, I find the ones I like and I listen to them over and over again.
Yeah.
So 3 times through,
Yeah.
what are your favorites?
My favorites are probably right now. Let's see. Let me go to my good old handy dandy notes. I did my research for this show.
Wow.
I would say right now I'm going top 5 because I think out of this album, if I'm being completely honest, there's 21 records. I say 17 or 18ers I'll probably save.
You like that's good.
17 or 18 I'll probably
21?
keep. Yeah, I would probably keep it. A couple of them like the what's the one? Pipe Down. He can have that one. But my favorite ones right now are probably 7 a.m. on Birdie Path.
That's a good one.
Because Drake, as everybody knows, you put Drake with a time and location, he's going to kill it.
Like that one.
He's going to kill it. 4 a.m. in Vegas, 9 a.m. in New York. He kills every time and location record, always. Fair Trade, banger.
Yeah.
Travis Scott killed the end of that song. Drake killed that song. The beat is hard as hell. Let's see, the one with Project Pat, Knife Talk. People say, "Oh, Drake, you're not that tough. You're not with that knife talk. You're not gonna stab anybody." But the second you turn the record on, you hear Project Pat's voice. You're like, "Oh, let's go." Then the second you hear 21 Savage's voice, he does a Project Pat flow.
That Project Pat flow is great on that one. And if you're Drake, you know what you are. He does know what he is. And I'll say this about Drake: he stays in his respective lane.
Yeah.
But if he feels the need to go outside of it, he gets dudes to come handle that for him. So 21 Savage, the Project Pata, and then it switched from the to the N, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
So 21 Savage switched it up a little bit. That is my favorite song on the album.
Yeah,
Okay.
so paying homage to the Memphis Legends are dope. And I would say the No Friends in the Industry joint is probably one of my favorites because if you listen to the beat, that is a 3 6 Mafia beat. Like it has the little and then of course Drake flows on it.
Yeah.
Bro, I don't care what anybody says. People like woke up this morning like, oh, can't wait to shit on Drake's album. Bro, the dude makes amazing music. No matter what. He gives you Instagram captions.
He's my
Always.
biggest takeaway is he's a legit poet.
Yes.
Like the way that he's able to work with words, just like, oh yeah, like this hits. And yes, Instagram captions up the wazoo are about to come out because that's all anyone ever does.
And no one said anything about Love All yet with Jay-Z, because that was probably one of them. I like, and I know I'm biased. You could put Drake and Jay-Z together for me. It's just like a match made in heaven for myself.
Yeah.
But I did like Love All. I'm with you for No Friends in the Industry. That's the number one. That's the number one song that I was like, I need to go work out right now. I need to go run.
Hey, it's funny that Drake got the better Jay-Z verse, by the way, too. If you listen to it, listen to that jail Jay-Z verse and listen to this one.
It's so much better.
This is a little bit better. So.
And this goes back to the beef. Because I keep saying.
Yeah, let's talk about this beef. Kanye got some.
I'm not hopping on the bandwagon. I'm not. Oh, and then the Rick Ross, Lil Wayne. Oh my God! It would not be one because it's so explicit for me normally.
So explicit.
But you know I love Rick Ross. Probably one of those songs I would have to play a lot of, not with anyone in the car with me. Not, I got kids all the time, so kids, parents cannot be in the car with me. But that's probably like number 3 or 4 for me.
They could have left Wayne at the crib on that.
No, you're kidding yourself.
They could have left Wayne at the crib.
That flow Wayne hits at the third verse, the way it seamlessly transitions from Drake to Wayne to bloop bloop. Or whatever noise Wayne makes, and then bow. That flow is great.
They just say one word too much for me on that on Wayne's part. I was like, if we could just take out that P word and just maybe take out. You say it probably about 10 times. If you could just say it 2 times,
big fan of
I could be a part. Like you could just like don't say it all the time. Like that's the one word I cannot stand.
Before I really get into this, Kanye, do you want to talk about the beef, CJ? Kanye got some. He got some pop pop. He got a whole verse of pop 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 on the 7 a.m. on Birdie's Path. Before I talk about that, though, I want to give a shout out. We give a shout out to Project Pat. I want to give a shout out to Yebba. Because anybody in this area, I learned about Yebba yesterday. And when he dropped the billboard and said Yebba was going to be on the album, people were like, oh, I don't know where she's from Memphis. Apparently, she's from Marion, Arkansas. And all the Drake
Where did she
stands.
come from?
So apparently she signed with Ed Sheeran's label, I think. So because you look at her iTunes, it's a lot of featuring Ed Sheeran or on Ed Sheeran songs. So I did a little deep dive. Me and Vernon were talking about it yesterday. Vernon let me hear some of the music, and so she's like a young chick, and we all know on Drake's albums, the interludes are probably some of the most listened to songs on every Drake album. Drake put her on the interlude by herself.
Her voice is beautiful. Like beautiful, stunning. I thought to myself, this could be on her album.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
there is no Drake.
Shout out to Memphis and Marion, Arkansas. I know people will say, "Oh, Marion's not Memphis. West Memphis is not Memphis." She's in the Memphis area,
Mid-South area.
She's on the album on the song by herself. So shout out Yeba. I don't know.
I went down to her Instagram. Hers just sitting there singing with the guitar player and just her voice alone. She doesn't need any she doesn't need a beat. Her voice alone itself. Like, look at her Instagram. She doesn't post that much either, but like she has a couple of videos where of her just singing. I said I had never heard of her until the Billboard. I was like, who is this before? I have no idea who this is, but big fan now.
Yeah, shout out Yeba. So let's go back to this beef, CJ.
Okay, let's go to the
CJ.
beef.
Okay, first of all, we know Drake light skinned as hell, so you know he's gonna throw some shots. First Drake who got on the album, Swiss Beats got some shots. He got some shots from Drake because apparently they have a beef where Swiss brought up his name and Drake didn't like it, blah, blah, blah. Drake gave him some bars. But the Kanye bars, there's a whole little verse. That's the things that I accept. You over there in denial, we not neck to neck. It's been a lot of years we seen you coming correct. Man, effort respectfully, I just want my respect. They tried to label mean, I say what I mean. People that could have stayed on my team, they played in between. Clouds is hanging over you now because I'm reigning supreme. Some of you say what they mean. It ain't what it seems. Had to pull my out the mud like I'm training Marines. You hot to them little kids. You ain't famous to me. Told you I'm aiming straight for the head. Straight for the head, Meghan. That's why your people, they not believers. They all leaving you. That's why you buying into the hype that the press feeding you. You know the fourth level of jealousy is called media. It's called media. The fourth level of jealousy is called what?
Media.
It's called what? It's called what?
Media.
It's called media. Isn't that an ironic revelation? Get that address to your driver. Make it your destination. What? Get on his head. Get on his head. Instead of just a post out of desperation. Talk to him, Drake. Get on him. This me reaching the deepest state of my meditation. Why you over there trying to impress the nation? Mine's running around with the speculation. Why the F we peacemaking doing the explanation? If we just could be right back in this with no hesitation, but let me digress on the behalf of whatever. Drake, get on his head, on his neck. Meghan said, "Oh, there's no beef. Oh, no."
No, I was going somewhere else with it, but you didn't let me finish.
He got so excited.
I got so excited.
He got so excited. I like that you told everyone else who has not heard the song, so now they all know. With the beef, though, for me, Drake still to me took the high road. He went there, still took the high road. He took the high road without having to really go like, I'm not going to go so dirty. I'm just going to say the facts for the facts. And I said, Drake could do it. He's not going to do it. He's not going to go messy like Kanye will get messy, but he can still win the battle because he's not like that. There's a lot of times where you don't have to go messy like that. You don't got to say so much. You don't got to curse. You can still put somebody in their place by doing it respectfully, but also like really hurting you. And that's what Drake did. However, even with that line, he said like people could stay on my team, but they're going back and forth.
Yes.
Travis Scott on a thing. And I said that last time. The reason why I don't think it's like we're putting the beef into this big thing. It's a big thing for Kanye and Drake. It's not big for me because that messy beef, like that beef that we kind of like grew up on, years ago. When you had that real, like I cannot stand you, my crew is not going to be on both albums. That's how it works.
Well,
like,
I don't think Travis Scott's part of the crew though. He's just an artist trying to get that, like Lil Baby.
Right,
Lil Baby's like, I'm counting these checks.
But that's
dog.
what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying it's not a big deal to me. I look at it like, okay, it's big to them, but this ain't how like crazy that we think it is. Those two are just going through it. Those two are just going through their own little thing.
It's not that deep.
It's not that deep. The beef is not that deep because if it was, like, let's be real. If someone did something to me in mine, and I'm like, y'all ain't hanging out with them. You ain't gonna be walking in the same studio with them. That's how my crew rolls. But it's not. If it was like, oh yeah, I'm not cool with her, but go ahead. I don't care. It don't mean nothing. That's how I look at it.
We just want these shots, CJ. That's all. I just want these shots. Well, another thing too. Hey, internet. I think we found out today. A lot of people were today years old when they found out that Project Pat was not who Project Pat was. Have you seen Twitter?
Yes.
No.
Bro.
Project Pat is all over. Everyone's like,
People are
"Who's
so
Project Pat?"
confused.
You got
Well, younger generation though, right?
Yeah, if you're
Yeah.
a younger generation and you're not from around these
Right.
parts, the Mid-South and Tennessee by and large,
Yeah.
like I can understand why you wouldn't know. who
Somebody said,
Project
"Whose
Pat
uncle
was.
is this on Drake's album?" I'm like, damn, man. Like,
I think we forget that though we feel young, we are
young.
not.
We are young.
think about it. You have 15, 13-year-olds who, yes, they're not going to know who Project Pat is. They don't even know who Yo Gotti is. Like, you know, like, they're not going to know that. They just not going to know.
I need their parents to do a better job. I feel like Project Pat should be taught in all schools.
I mean, when you pick your, when you pick your kids up, you got to
work on right now.
Pick your kids up, and when you go to your respective child's school today, pick them up. You know, I was raised in the projects. You have it blasted in the minivan, dog. Open the door and look at them and tell them get in the car, baby. We
I'll
riding.
be real. My parents didn't teach me Project Pat. I learned it on my own, but that was also I was around. I was going out myself.
If
Like
you thinking no same, then you better think twice. You ain't got no
That's
cheese
crazy.
in the chick on that. About the trick on need, which you to learn me. Beat her with my pistol when I thought she burned me. Come on, bro. We got to teach these
thank you
kids.
for like doing
Bald head, scallywag,
Wag.
ain't got no hair in the bag, jailed up, weed up,
Your hair is messed up.
need to get
I'm
out.
not repeating
Up
it.
on some
I don't
men
like
shit.
I
Get
don't
a whole
know. I don't know the
Up
lyrics.
you 10 shit.
One day until
The game is. But come on, man.
that don't mean
But come
Yo,
on.
I haven't heard that
Oh,
song.
in the stall, oh yeah.
I haven't heard that forever.
In the stall, oh,
giving out.
Here,
Ain't a thing, eat a chicken wing. Got some gold teeth at the club, trying to get a thing, trying to get a peek. Chicken, always into some thug. Should've bought a light bill. You bought an outfit. Stay
at your baby house and keep a smart mouth. It's Project Pat, Memphis 10, represent the South.
So let's roll.
Let's go.
Let's get it.
Let's go. Kids.
Holla at a chicken.
You should be able to hire Devin and CJ to come in and teach your kids
And
about
teach your-
Project Pat.
No, for real. Mr. Don't Play, baby.
History class. Here's Devin. We have Mr. Devin Walker and Mr. CJ Hurt here to do a presentation.
Well, if I'm professional,
Mr.
Megan, it's
Devin
Conrad Hurt.
Oh, Conrad's
Conrad Hurt.
Full name
Full name.
and Conrad Hurt Jr.
Yeah, we're here to teach you about Project Pat. Mr.
Is there a
Don't Play.
PowerPoint with it?
We got you. We got you with a PowerPoint.
Sure is.
I don't know if we want visuals though. Actually,
Look, man,
you might
you
think a
want
little too
visuals,
far.
I
bro.
don't want visuals.
We got
do not.
visual. Break the law. He ain't playing. Break the law. Come on, man. What are we doing?
Hold on, please. Okay, we got to get to some more Kanye news. Talking about.